And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever. Well, this has been running a little while, and Far East still has not jumped in here. So I want to try a little something. I want to try to double this lineup and see if we can't make something work. So we run 2 trains on it, and hopefully, and if we look at our rail here, Far East, that's Far East Food Supply, where is it? Far East Construction Materials. It's got a 5-minute frequency, which is actually better than quite a few other things here. But it might be just too far away. Like, just flat out too far away in order to make this work. So I want to try a little solution first, and then if we need to, we can go a little crazier with it. Maybe move some stone in a little closer. That's one option. I want to double this up. And now the tough part. Trying to do this without interfering too much in all the other tracks. Let's pause it while I do this. It makes it a little bit easier. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Okay. Luckily, quite a bit of this line is above ground, so it'll be fairly straightforward. Okay. Now, I don't really need to push this in there, so I'm just going to pull it out and join her right up there. So let's put in, well, that line is already, well, actually the proper direction. Let's make sure. Okay, yeah, he is definitely going the wrong way. So we're going to have to let him run his course. Before, oh, how did this happen? How did that happen? Oh well, it is what it is. How did that happen? I was running right up. Oh. Oh well. Okay, so now that he's passed through, there we go. And since we only have one other train on this, road vehicle 72 and 67, huh? There we go. Now, let's put another train on that. We're going to go orange, of course. And it's B and state car, I believe. So this is going to be construction material. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 7 on this one. I'm not anticipating too many of them. I just want to double check something. That reminded me. Oh. Okay, yeah. So Far East construction materials. So now that line frequency, Far East, that should show some sign of reducing. As soon as this guy pops out here and we start hitting that again. Yeah, these heavy hauling. Now that I think that they updated it, so the train actually responds to the cargo weight. So these heavy hauling are actually pretty balanced because they hold more, but the weight alone causes them to be slowed down quite a bit. Okay, Far East is down to 3 minutes. The other train is probably, yep, getting there right about now. It's slowing down. There he goes. And they'll space themselves out depending on how this goes. I'm really hoping with this added train, it sees that Far East construction demand. Hey, look at that! Look at that! Far East construction materials, we now have a whole new one to supply. Yes, it worked. So glad that it worked. Now it has a bunch more. Oh, I can't believe that worked. Just a need. I'd like to see a few more being delivered here. That would be nice. That's a lot of lines. That's a lot of lines to supply. But that's our first. Waiting for free path. What? Oh, you know what I need? I need another set of Duvalakis right in between here. So like here and here. There we go. Now he should be able, yep, there he goes. I don't know why he's waiting for a free path way over here. We have another line right here. All right, so Far East is now getting construction materials. Yay, it worked. Look at all the cows up here. Yeah, these are not yet using any of my heavy hauling. These are still the super long trains. Cow trains. Yeah, 360 each, even though they're that long. That's a lot of cows right there. Okay, so we want to move on to maybe another product. So let's look at Hub here. How are we doing on Hub? Look at that, 92% of food, 94% of construction material. That's not bad. I like that a lot. All being supplied from this. This is nice. Okay, so we have grown the hub quite a bit in the years that we've been working here. And we have a lot of demand now for some things. So we could do goods. We could do fuel. Fuel might be, fuel might be good. That would be a pretty straightforward amount of logistics. Very much akin to what we've done. It's basically oil wells to a refinery and that turns it into fuel. And yeah, we kind of can go from there. So where do we, let's see. How do we want to handle fuel? Because I want to do something over here. I like to get steel somewhere up around here. Fuel, I might be able to do fuel right in here somewhere. And then we can truck fuel maybe to Westy Because we're already trucking. We're already trucking construction materials in. And I think we're dumping them right here. It's got the Westie has got the most spread out industry of any of the setups here. Hey, look at that. The Sataros are ready to go. The Endish game bus, which is good because I've got lines that are starting to show their age. Look at the property value in here. Look at that, $950 per square meter. Nice. Okay, so if I were to do fuel, maybe right over here, I gotta be careful because there is a line going right across here, and that would interrupt a lot. Let's see. Or I could do, well, with the issue that we had over here, the Far East, that might cause issue. That might cause issue depending on where we put fuel. Because if it's close to the center, then we should be able to service all of the cities. But if we're kind of skewed off to one side, we might have problems supplying everything. So I am looking for a way to supply all of the things here. Yeah, I could supply fuel down here, and that would allow me to spread it out a little bit. Or I could tackle like all of them all at once, and really this is going to become, no matter which way I do it, it's going to become a nightmare. The amount of track and trains being weaved in and out and up and down and all sorts of ways. So I don't know if it matters too much what we do, but it is what it is. So there's the oil well. Goods, construction, food. There's the oil refinery. Okay. Oil refinery. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. Oil refinery gives me the fuel. Chemical, I forgot what the chemical plant does. But I think the oil refinery is what gives me the fuel. So we have an underground line there. Where can we push stuff in here? I kind of want, because fuel going way up here, that might cause problems. So let's do industry, oil refinery, and we're going to try our best to make this work. Now this is going to be strictly fuel. Okay, so this is oil and fuel. The oil, we can then take that and push into the chemical plant and make plastic out of it. But the fuel is what we're after right here. So let's I'm going to put on a large country road here, because I'm gonna supply a couple cities with fuel from this thing. from trucks. Oh, come on. Give me a straight line. There we go. So we need a nice train station. And we want it to be a cargo station. All right, now I got all the options here. So yeah, we're on a new recording session, which is why none of these are set up quite right. So number of tracks. I gotta also keep in mind we need a supply set of tracks here too. So we're gonna go 8 tracks. Well, how many do we have over here? Oh, we have way more over here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Well, I only have 11 cities. So I mean, at most, I'd need 11 tracks. So if I go 8 and 4, that should be plenty of tracks. I could also use this station to drop off the material or the oil. So I don't need 2 stations to do that. I can do that with 1 station. Let's see. So if I do 2, so south and southeast are going to be done with trucks. Southeast is a little longer of a drive, but I'm not worried about that. So that leaves me 9 track to supply cities with. I want 200 and 200. I actually don't need 200 and 200. Let's shave it a little bit. Okay, catenary, yes. Main street connection, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't need any spacing, curvature. I'm thinking we're gonna supply it right from the south here, so I'm gonna pause it just because we're doing a little bit of lagginess. There we go. Urban new, size medium. Actually, well, yeah, size doesn't matter. Want a little longer. Show station building. We don't need a station building on this. Underground pedestrian tunnel, we don't need. Underground tracks. Do we want any underground tracks on this? I don't think we do. Okay, so that should be good. We have 16 rail. We only need, well, we need 8. Then we have 8 extras. That should be fine. 8 extras should be plenty. We're going to just plop that right down. So we're going to supply oil and draw it from there. And then as far as the stations go, street type large. We're going to spin this around. I want to get this covered. You know what we could do? This would be kind of fun. Topside street. One way. I don't know which direction they're going to go in though. That's the tough part. So let's try, because I want them to come in, load, and then leave and not bother anything else. We're going to do something like this. I only need 2 runs, so that's fine. Street type, we're same street type. That's good. Length. Yeah, let's go a little longer. Steel. Make it look a little more formal. Tram terminals, we're on 0. We don't need a tram over here. Okay, we're going to plop this down. Just like that. And let's then large country road. I want, see, if I make this a large country road right up to here, we'll have lots and lots of cars using that. But I think I have no choice on the matter. So I'm gonna bring this out this far. And then we're going to join this up here. And since this is one way, I want to encourage, I don't want them doing left-hand turns. Like, I don't want them coming up this road and doing a left and coming around this way. I'd rather have them come straight up here, go through, and loop back around. So I'm going to see if I can put a where was I can't remember where the waypoint thing was. Was it? Oh, it was this. Derp. So waypoints, this will help me in going one way through here. And I'm hoping it doesn't matter which way it goes, that it can go through there. So when I do the routing can go up and around and through and all that kind of good stuff. So let's then upgrade the rest of this. And I'm going to need a medium street connection. Construction not possible. What? I assure you it is. Construction is so possible. See? See how possible that construction was? Okay. As I wanted a line through here so we can connect all of these. All right. Now we have the wonderful oil wells to put in. So I want, where are you? Oil wells. We're going to dial this way back here. I don't want to go too far back, but of course we're right on the edge of the city, or right on the edge of the map, so doesn't really matter. Oil wells here. Those are good. And then we have all of the trains and all of the things and all of the stuff to connect up here. So we're going to dial this back like this far. Now we can use a terminal station on this if we so choose. Do we want to do that? I don't think we do. We have more space on this side to make things work than any other side. So I think we're going to just do a train. We need to dial the number of tracks down because we don't need that many tracks. Okay. Something like that should be fine. And we're pointed pretty much in the right. Now in the game, this looks like it's really close, but you know, if you took these scales and you scaled them up, that would be like 50, 60 miles apart. So whatever. All right, well, that's going to have to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.